guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video. I think this is going to be very helpful, hopefully. I know that it helped me when I did my research and I was asking people. Today's video is going to be about how I got my son to, number one, sleep through the night, and number two, sleep through the night in his own crib, in his own room. At 9 months old, he was about 9 months old when we started putting him in his own room. So let me just kind of tell you his old sleeping routine, and then I'll tell you his new sleeping routine and how we got him to do that. So his old sleeping routine was, as a lot of you know, I've talked about it here before, I did breastfeed him for the first 9 months. Decided one day he did not want it anymore. Just completely weaned himself. So I did have to put him on formula for the last couple months before he turns 1, so he gets all the vitamins and nutrients he needs, and you know, so on and so forth. I think the number one issue with him not sleeping through the night was that he was breastfed. Every single one of my friends that I know that breastfeed say that their child does not sleep through the night. Even if they are 2 years old, they still wake up in the middle of the night for some boob. So if you are still breastfeeding, I'm not sure this will work for you. You can of course try to wean the nighttime feedings, just depending on their age. 9 months old, my doctor said that he does not need to eat anymore throughout the night. It's pretty much like snacking throughout the night. So we were okay. So just make sure you talk to your doctor first and make sure your child is in an appropriate age that they do not need nighttime feedings. So he slept with us for the first 9 months in our bed, in our room. I was one of those moms when he was a newborn. I was like, no, like he slept on my chest for the first like 3 months. Literally slept on my chest, and I just like had pillows so he wouldn't like roll off or anything. Never had any accidents or anything. I was just that paranoid. If I did, and then at 3 months, I tried putting him in a bassinet next to our bed, and I pulled the bassinet all the way as close to the bed as possible. So I would literally sleep with my hand touching him in the bassinet. It was just, needless to say, I did not sleep for the first 9 months. No, it got better after like 6 months. But with him breastfeeding, he still woke up every 2 to 3 hours. Every night. He never slept more than 3 hours the first 9 months of his life. I kid you not, no longer than 3 hours. So I literally was waking up every 2 to 3 hours every single night. So yes, I was a zombie. Not only was he waking up every 2 to 3 hours to eat, he was waking me up every hour because he was rolling around, rolling on top of me, kicking me in the face, punching me in the face, pulling my hair. Like, it was just, it was not comfortable. I was very grumpy every day because I got no sleep. He did not have set nap times. I want to say so what we thought is that the longer he stays up, the longer he would sleep, which is completely wrong. You don't want to keep a baby up at, I mean, I don't know about all age groups, but around this age, he's gonna be 11 months. You don't want to keep them up for more than 3 to 4 hours because then they're gonna be overly tired. And then they're gonna be grumpy and they're not gonna be able to fall asleep. Just like us, like when we're so overly tired, it's hard to get comfortable and, you know, being delirious and whatnot. So yeah, we were keeping him up for like 6 hours, and he would get grumpy, and then he would only nap for like 20 minutes and then wake up grumpy and just like repeat. And it was just a bad cycle, and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. We need to change this schedule. So I posted, I think I posted on my Facebook or something, and I have so many mommy friends on there, and one of the girls on my Facebook put a link. I think her daughter is around the same age as Grayson. Anyways, she put a link to like this mommy vlog, or like a blog. It wasn't a video, it was a written blog. And it was a mom talking about how she got her 9-month-old to sleep in their own room through the whole night. And I was like, yeah, right, that's never gonna happen. I just honestly thought like Grayson was a bad sleeper. Like, he's just not a good sleeping baby. Some babies are like that. So anyways, I read the blog and I was like, oh my gosh, literally it was Grayson to a T. Like, she's talking about how she breastfed every 2 to 3 hours, they were waking up, blah, blah, blah. It was like, I felt like I was reading my own life story, and I was like, holy cow. So then the outcome of oops. The outcome of her sleep training, I guess you can say, was that her daughter started sleeping through the night in her own room. She said 12 hours a night, and I was like, my child sleeping 12 hours a night, never gonna happen. I talked to Logan about it, and we were just like, hey, you know, we might as well try. And we decided to try it that night. So we put him in his bed. And so what we did is, or it was like the morning time because we did it like the whole day. So he woke up, he would wake up at like 8 or 9 because he was up all night. So yeah, he would get up for the day at like 8 or 9, which I guess was nice. And honestly, I don't really remember his schedule. He didn't even have a schedule. We just like went with the flow. Like if he was hungry, he was hungry. You know, he was breastfeeding, so I was just putting him on my boob every time I thought he was hungry. Blah, blah, blah. So he woke up that day and I was like, okay, I know he needs at least 2 naps a day. And, you know, I read that girl's thing that said she didn't keep her daughter up for more than 3 to 4 hours at a time, or her daughter was really grumpy and wouldn't nap. So he woke up, I want to say at like 8 that day. So I was like, okay, we're going to put him down for his first nap at 11. So, and I said, I'm going to put him in his room, because normally he would just like nap, like fall asleep laying on us, or I would nap with him, or just anything. He was just always with us. He was never by himself when he slept. So like, okay, we'll see how this goes. So I gave him a bottle, because this time he was weaning at this point, yes. So I gave him a bottle of formula around 10:30, 10:45, and I was like, okay, he seemed tired. So I was like, all right, let's try this. Put him in his room for a nap, and he cried. He started crying. I now have like a video monitor in his room so I can see into his crib. So I put him in there, kissed him, put his pacifier in his mouth, laid him down. I walked out, and of course, immediately, I'm looking at the monitor, immediately stood up and he's crying. And I know some people do the cry it out method. Some people believe in it, some people don't. I believe in it to an extent. So I'm not gonna let him cry and cry and cry and cry until he just wears himself out. But I did let him cry, so I started with 2 minutes. Let him cry for 2 minutes. Go back in there, I would put his binky in his mouth, lay him back down, walk out. So yeah, I wouldn't let him cry for more than like 2 minutes at a time, and I would go in there each time, lay him back down, put his binky in his mouth. It took a couple times, I want to say for like 20 minutes, so I had to go up there quite a few times. Are you smiling now? Are you ready for your nappy? Yeah. Say hi to the cute boys. Say hi. Can you wave? No? Okay. Finally fell asleep in his crib, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a miracle. Took a nap in there, and I want to say he napped for like an hour. And yeah, so he woke up. So that night we did the same thing. We wanted to keep the naps. They say keep the naps and nighttime routine like the same. So when he takes a nap during the day, close the curtains, make it dark, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, baby. So he took 2 naps that day, and they were both like an hour long. And then we... So that night, first night, like I said, same thing. Went in there every couple minutes, put his binky in his mouth, laid him back down. First night yeah, silly baby. First night he woke up, I want to say 5 times. So I had to get up in the middle of the night, and his room's all the way down the hallway. So I had to get up, walk all the way down the hallway. I'd put his binky in his mouth, he'd lay back down, and he'd cry for a couple seconds, and then he'd fall asleep. So yeah, first night, woke up 5 times. Second night, woke up 4 times. Third night, woke up 2 times. Yes, baby. We're talking about you. Yeah. Fourth night, woke up 2 times, and by the 5th night, he slept through the entire night for 12 hours. Yeah, it was like a freaking miracle. He slept we put him in bed at 8 p.m. and he slept until 8 a.m. the next day. So that was like like, oh my gosh, you don't even know. I mean, if you're a mom and you're going through this, you do know. But yeah, so it's his nap time right now, actually. So it took about 5 days of being extremely consistent on the schedule. So his nap times are around, depending on when he wakes up. He normally wakes up between 6:45 and 7:30 now. And I know that it's earlier than it used to be, but he also sleeps, you know, 11 to 12 hours a night, so I can't complain. Depending on when he wakes up in the morning, he takes his first morning nap between 10 and 11, and then he takes his afternoon nap between 3 and 4, and then he goes to bed at 8 p.m. every night. So this is the schedule that worked best for us, and yeah, like I said, it took 5 nights of doing that over and over, being consistent. You know, it's very tiresome, but it pays off not to give in. And another thing, when you go in there to lay baby back down and, you know, whatever, comfort them, do not pick them up out of their crib. You know, you can give them a kiss, lay them down, kind of, you know, it's okay, you know, do whatever you gotta do, but don't pick them up and take them out of the crib. That's another thing that the blog said that worked. And the girl who wrote the blog actually had hired a sleep trainer or a sleep coach or whatever. So these were like professional, you know, opinion or professional tips. So I went with everything that girl said, and it worked perfectly. So yeah, don't pick baby up, lay down, just staying consistent was what worked best for us. He's so tired. So yeah, it was very little things that we tweaked to his schedule, but it made the biggest difference ever. And now it's just so nice being able to just put him in his bed, and we used to have to rock him to sleep, and he wouldn't let us put him down when he would sleep. Now it's just so nice to be able to give him his bottle for bedtime, lay him down in his bed, and walk out. You know, baby, mommy's almost done. It's so nice, like, just being able to lay him down in his bed, and then he goes to sleep on his own, and mommy can, you know, take a bath or watch a movie or anything. It's so nice, I can't even tell you. Well, I'm not a professional, obviously, and this probably is not gonna work for every baby. Every baby is different, but these are just the things that worked for us, even though I did not think they would help because I thought it was just a lost cause. But yeah, the tiniest little things helped so much. I think I covered everything. If you guys have any questions, or if I didn't cover something, just ask in the comments below, and I of course will answer. Because mommies need their sleep, huh? Yes, yes we do. We love you guys so much, but we love our sleep too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Say we'll see you next time. Bye bye. He's being shy. He loves to wave. Bye bye. Say bye bye. He's like, Mom, just put me in my bed. I want to go to sleep. I will see you guys next time. Bye.